Have you ever desired to show off something you created, like we'll say in racing, or in this case even sim racing? While on the track, simulator, hauling close to the ground in a cart, Abruzzi Racewear has you covered. If you've ever needed to promote your team logo, name, colors, or just feeling a bit more confident in your sim rig, Abruzzi Racewear is your answer. Team shirts, jackets, and even hats, they go the extra mile. Custom race shoes to gloves and even kart suits, Abruzzi has the supplies to fit your needs. Customizable from team names to colors, and yes, you can even have your own name embroidered just the way you want it. In sim racing, they give you the comfort and feel of being strapped into a cockpit to bring the experience closer to the way you desire it. Their range of sim apparel has been created to not only meet and exceed the highest levels of comfort and quality, but also to enable you to make it yours. To add your personality, take a look today at AbruzziUSA.com to see the lineup and what they have to offer. AbruzziUSA.com, with customization at heart, your wear, your way.
Welcome, race fans, here to another exciting night of racing here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as we're happy to bring you eNascar Outlaw League at Las Vegas. It's going to be a fun race here tonight, and hopefully everybody's going to enjoy the show here tonight, as we got a couple special guests going to be joining us up in the booth, and we also got our good old pal Lee Tidwell's going to be up here in the booth. So how you guys doing? We got Charles T joining us here tonight, Josh Gardner, gotta say it, Gardner, right? Joining us, and of course, we all know Screaming Loud Lee Tidwell.
Screaming loud, come on. I don't scream all the time.
Exciting, Care Bear.
Oh my gosh, here we
Care
go.
Bear, Mad Care Bear. But anyways, welcome, gentlemen, to tonight's race here at Las Vegas.
Excited to be here.
It's Lee Tidwell, Charles Teat, and Josh Gardner here for eNascar Outlaw League as we are taking on Las Vegas. Fellas, you guys got to get out there on the track in the ARCA cars today. Tell us what we got to look forward to.
Yeah, snuck out there. This is Charlie. We snuck out there a little bit this afternoon, and they're going to have a lot of fun in these. The setup seemed pretty neutral in the Texas setup, and it didn't push off the corner, so they're going to get some good long runs, I think, until you get about 20 laps on them, and it starts to wear out the tires, and they're going to have their hands full.
Yeah, Josh, we was watching them run during practice and saw a couple different guys put down some fast times, but you guys ran the nighttime, and seems like that there's really isn't such a difference in this track with a difference in the temperature.
Yeah, the ARCA car is pretty great. I love it on short tracks. I didn't get to run in with Charles and Brandon earlier, but they said they were putting down some pretty quick times, and I think that, running a course night race, a little bit cooler, especially being in Vegas, that track temp plays a lot of difference in how your car is going to handle.
Yeah, right now 101 degrees out on the track as we've got some cars out there running times as we speak. The number 5, switch camera, the number 5 of Shane LaDue in that Tide car. We got Tide cars about everywhere we go except for y'all's league. You need a Tide car.
We do. Yeah, there wasn't too many Tide Indy cars back in the day. We're going to still have to get one out there, though.
Yeah, that would be, it would just complement the shake and bake.
Yes, it would. And keep our laundry clean after some of those races.
The laps being run right now. Shane LaDue about to cross the start-finish line as Donald Scala, our points leader, on the pole right now with 31.809. Looking at practice, I don't think that's going to be enough to hang on, fellas.
Yep, it looks like I would anticipate they get right down to it and at least that 31.6 range on their second lap. I do know that it's tricky coming out of the pits here. It's like an ice skating rink. So they're going to have their hands full in that first lap. But I see the times are getting quicker.
Times are getting quicker. And don't forget about the fine sponsors that love to bring you eNascar Outlaw League here each and every Monday night. They are BlackGate Security Agency. BlackGate Security Agency is veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. And also brought to you by Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery. Choice Ink is your answer for all of your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at www.choiceinkct.com, or you can give them a call, let them do the work at 860, I'll get these numbers better. I'll do this again, I promise. 554-1500, that's 860-554-1500, or www.choiceinkct.com for Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery. And as we go back to our qualifying, Brandon Browning setting on the pole, 31.614. Dennis Warnes will be in second at the moment, a 31.670. A lot of guys running their second lap right now, fellas. And I still think it's going to take sub 31.5 to take the pole here.
Yeah, there's only a couple guys left, but it looks like we got 3 or 4 cars left. Unless their second lap, they can knock it down. So we got Brandon Browning, who's, fourth in the points coming in, sitting on the pole right now. That's a good spot to be. He's going to be in a good spot regardless.
Yeah, and speaking of the points for eNascar, we'll run down the top 10 with you real quick. Donald Scala with 190 points. Paul Henley, 172. Christopher Lawrence with 167. Brandon Browning, 164. He's in 4th position. In 5th, Devin Elward with 163. And 6th, Tyler Phillips with 156. 7th is Jeff Vickery with 147. Sitting in 8th position in the point standings, Patrick Stein at 146. Shane LaDue will be in 9th position at 142, tied with John McNacka. John M. is tied with Shane LaDue in 9th position. Joaquin Meza and Robert Revel will be in that mix as well, as they are also tied. Now we're way past, the first top 10. We got like 15 in there, so free pub for everybody. As we look, Brownie, it looks like his time will hold at a 31.614. That's a little surprising after watching practice.
Yeah, that's pretty fast. Actually, they most of the track temp was about 104 throughout practice, and we've dropped down to about 100. So I think that's helped out a lot.
Yeah, down to 100. And look at Robert Warnes doing his last lap, jumps to second, 31.663. Will overtake Dennis Warnes for the second position here tonight, as our starting grid is starting to get computated by the CompuServe Dell laptop there in Robert's basement. We will bring you our starting grid this evening at Las Vegas, Nevada, here on the eNascar Outlaw League on a Freaky Fast Broadcasting Monday Madness for you. Brandon Browning in the number 48 will be the pole position, 31.614. Robert Warnes in the number 39 will be in second. Dennis Warnes in third in the number 49 machine. Jeff Vickery in number 17. He'll be in 4th position. Ken Seams will be in 5th. He's in the number 40 car. The number 29 of Paul Henley will be in 6th. Devin Elbert will be in 7th at the number 44. The number 38 of Robert Revel will be in 8th position. Johnny M will be in 9th in the number 13 machine. The number 36 of Kyle Spees in 10th. 11 will be Donald Scala in 18 machine. Number 4 of Preston Michael in 12th. Joaquin Meza in number 13th spot in the number 42 machine, my favorite number. In the 14th position, this is a new one, Jesse Ducala in the number 1. Number 8 of Matthew Bielek in the 15th position. 16th will be Gary Rogers. 17th, Tyler Phillips. 18th, Daryl Arnold. 19th, Patrick Stein. 20th, Christopher Lawrence. 21st, Shane LaDue. Shane, what happened, man? 22nd, Russell Peets. 23rd, Christopher Malcolm. And 24th, Stephen Ford. I think we still got more. We got a lot of guys here tonight. Oh, that is it. 24 cars gridding here. ARCA Machines at the 1.52 mile oval of Las Vegas. Mr. T, Mr. Gardner, I am uber excited for this Monday night ARCA Madness on Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Oh, this is going to be a blast. This is going to be a blast. One car I think to keep a lookout for is starting in that 8th position, Robert Ravel. He was quickest in practice, did a did my patented move of dropping a quick time in practice and not quite hitting it in qualifying, but he dropped a 31.59. Expect him to be moving up once he gets comfortable in the car.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to take a 31.5 something to take the pole, but faster lap run by Revel in the practice than in qualifying. And usually, man, I told you I'm a lower split guy, so it's like, do I qualify and then have to worry about all these idiots in turn one because you know they're there, or do you not qualify? You sit in the back, you try to pick your way through. And I've been sitting in the back now and actually increasing I rating because after you let all those wrecks go away after 10 laps, and you moved on up.
Yeah,
still about to quit.
I think Josh would be the person to talk to about how to start on the front row in the pole. Josh just did that on Thursday night when I races. Josh, what's it like up there?
Oh yeah, you wanted to bring that up because of the restart. No, that's that was actually pretty interesting to throw down such a much faster time than what I was running in practice.
But here we go as the pace car will come off. It'll be 100 laps from Las Vegas. Motor, here we go. Motor Speedway, Browning and Warrens will bring them across the line. Arkham Madness here on your Monday evening. Freaky Fast Broadcasting, Lee Tidwell, Charles Teed, and Josh Gardner bringing you all the action. Whoa, door touching going into one first lap. Warrens and Browning going to race it coming out of one down the backstretch. These ARCA cars are made to go and they're made to race. Rubbin, fellas, is racing. We go into 3. Browning will be on the inside. Warrens with a nice run will be able to slide in front of Brandon Browning. He will lead lap number 1. Browning thinking about dipping low there. And we got a 3-way battle for third right behind them. Dennis Warrens, Jeff Vickery, and Ken Zeems going into 1. The 49 of Warrens will get third position solidly. Jeff Vickery and Ken Zeems will now race it down the backstretch. That will be for 4th position. Zeems has been very strong every race we have called. Right behind them, Devin Elward, who has also been strong. Coming into 1 and 2, Browning on the inside. Robert Warrens looking to challenge, is not going to have anything for it. And Brandon Browning will lead lap number 2 going into 3 here at Las Vegas. I'd like to say hello to everyone out there on the Facebooks that has been commenting. We have not gotten to those yet. Joe Hutchings commenting, shake and bake. You know, he's supporting you guys while you're up here at the booth. Mr. Kenneth gives us our food of the evening here at Las Vegas. A variety of foods such as nachos, hamburgers, and hot dogs. Tell you what, we'll get into the food during the first caution. Let's just remember it's at the top of the chat. Robert talks in the chat. Let me see. There's Kenneth again. Andrew Huff joining us this evening. Lap number 4 of 100. Browning will continue to lead. Warrens is now falling back just a bit. Call it 0.3 of a second. And now we got a battle for third. Jeff Vickery and Robert Warrens. And we got looked like it was a wreck maybe in 2. But it was a single car, the 42. So no caution. We're going to keep on going. And guys, these ARCA cars now starting to fall in line. And y'all said it was going to be about lap 10 when the tires got good and gooey. And we're about 5 away.
Yeah, you notice they're using that apron too, because that picks up a little bit more time on the laps. And he's getting out to a nice little lead there, Brandon. He would love this thing to run a good long green run where he can go easy on his tires.
Thanks hello to Mr. Brandon Colley, and he's talking about the patented choke move, running well in practice and then leaving a present in the bed when you go do qualify.
I'm a master of that.
I'm not to the point. I'm just going to give up on the qualify.
Says the guy that put it on pole last week.
It was a flub.
The 39. Yeah, the 39 of Robert Ward's going to dive to the inside of the Vickery. This is for 4th position. Right behind them is Ken Zeems. We're starting to see a little bunch up right there. Elward is now caught up with them. Behind Elward, Henley. So, yeah, the back group is starting to get bunched up. Brandon Browning has just kind of went bye-bye like the road runner and taken off. Dennis Warrens has got a nice lead, too. Usually, you see one guy that pulls away from the field, but when you see 2 that have over a second lead, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, they're getting too wide here going into the corner, 39-17. Now they're going to try and freight train him on the back straight, it looks like. The front straight.
And so Warren's to the inside, the 17 of Vickery to the high side. Zeems is going to drop down low and follow Warren's. Vickery's going to get stuck out to dry on the high side. Elward now going to come in behind Vickery to the backside of the 40 of Zeems. Zeems will have the inside line over Vickery. That is going to put him in fourth position. Now Elward dives down to the inside. So it looks like Vickery has kind of got stuck in no man's land there on the outside and not able to find a place to secure the oh, he's going to make it work. Nope, back to the outside. Yeah, that scared me.
Oh. Yeah, they are getting aggressive now. Starting to push it out. And these cars, there is an outside line they can't hold out there. Josh is good at doing that in an Xfinity car. These cars are actually a lot of fun even up top, which is not scary.
Coming out of 3, Browning will continue to lead with Zeems at second. Those two, unless they do something stupid, doing really well right now. Third place of Robert Ward's going to be followed by Kitty Zeems, Elward, Henley, Vickery. Johnny M's coming up, caught up with him now. Looks like the number, let me see, what else is up there? Got the 13 of Johnny M. 17 of Vickery. Robert Revel's up there now. Revel into 38.
Yeah, they're getting busy.
They
Good, clean
really
racing.
are.
Really good, clean racing by this group.
And especially in the ARCA cars, they float. I mean, it's like driving it's a little better than the 87, but they still float. And you've got to really be under control. And these guys do such a great job there. Oh, but he touched the wall, didn't he?
Yep, he's coming down. Sneak back on.
Yep, it's the car number
38.
says he's 7, so it's a 38.
Robert Rebel. My early pick to click. Sorry, buddy, I cursed you.
Yeah. I'm not pushing the right button yet. So Revel not doing a good job there, kissing that outside wall. We go back up to the front. The field has now caught up with Dennis Warren. The second place wasn't able to keep that distance too long. Browning with a 1.3-second lead. That Lowe's machine just continues to power away. Now we're going to have a battle for second. Dennis and Robert, the Warren boys, are going to battle going into 1 and 2, and now the 40 of Zeems. Thought about making it 3 wide, and he's right to the bumper. Dennis Warren will have the power to the outside to overtake the position. Take that back, Robert Warren. He will now take second. Dennis in third, the 40 of Zeems. Will now challenge for that third position using that high line you talked about it. This track really does have 2 lines, but you really do want to be able to dive to that inside. Coming out of 4, it looked like. Oh, he spun it.
Got him. 49 around.
Elward got into the back of the 49 of Warren's.
Yellow flag is out.
Spun him around. I don't think that was intentional, but yeah, there definitely was contact there.
No, I've been watching the 44 run for a while. He's been playing that real low line. It eats the right front a little bit more, but I think he got pinched down and tried to come up a little bit on him.
That's the danger of using that apron if the other driver doesn't give you room to get back on. So it's you got to do a give and take there.
Yeah, so let's see exactly what happened here. As we came out of 4, it was Revel and Dennis Warren's. They come down the front. Elward tries to go down to the inside, comes up, taps the rear end. Didn't mean to, but when you drop down below the apron like that, fellas, you've got to watch when you come back up because that above the apron might not be available.
Yep. That's the one of the guys we run with a lot loves to go down there, Brandon Pasalacqua, and I hate it because of that exact thing. It's a dangerous thing, but it's so much quicker. I totally understand why they're doing it. It's tricky unless you're with VR on to be able to make sure that you have room to get back on the track.
Interesting. So Browning will stay out. Looks like that Zeems that's coming in. Yeah,
Yep.
Zeems is going to come in, and the 39 of Robert Warren. But they left Browning out there to dry, and it looked like the others behind him were thinking about coming as well. And then when they saw that the leaders stayed out, they said, "No, I'm going to come on back." So Robert Warrens, Kenny Zeems, Jeff Fickery, Elward, Revel, Dennis Warrens, Bielik, Rogers, Ducala, Stein, Peets. They will all pit on lap 15 for the first pit party of the evening here at eNascar Outlaw League on lap 16. I'd like to say hello to everyone out there on the Facebook side of things who is ready for some Monday ARCA Madness on Freaky Fast Broadcasting, our first caution of the evening on lap 15 here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And fellas, it has been a great race already, and we're only 16 laps into 100, so our evening has just begun. And let's talk about the food. I'm sorry, food's got to be talked about. So let's go back up to Mr.
Absolutely.
Mr. Kenneth Blackbird says Las Vegas food, a variety of foods such as nachos, hamburgers, and hot dogs, which can be found at concession stands located around the Speedway. A number of independent vendors, including pizza, barbecue, and etc., are available on event weekends only. Coffee, soda, beer, and water water's overrated. Also Waterboy doesn't like these. Are also available. Specialty concessions are available in the Neon Garage. So we all need to look at our wristbands. Which one of us have the Neon Garage to go check out the specialty concession stands? Let's see what kind of funnel cakes they might happen to have there.
We've been known to dabble. Been definitely known to dabble on some nachos, huh, Josh?
Hey, I tell you what, I think Lee's on point there with that funnel cake hunt.
Oh man, I always got to look for the funnel cake. It doesn't matter if it's an amusement park, if it's a sporting event.
Yeah, one of the best places I've ever eaten at is a SDK there in Vegas. I mean, maybe we can get some DoorDash brought up to the booth to us today while we're sitting here in this 100-degree heat.
Yeah, what if DoorDash? Dude, I bet they. Well, if we were VIPs, we could probably get delivery here at the Speedway. But
you made a mistake having us here. That's going to kill any shot at that. We
so
might get a twice stepped on dog.
Only 3 sets of tires available this evening. So the ones that pitted here on lap 15 probably took tires, and now down to only 1 left.
So that's going to give.
Also, if everybody had a 7-second pit stop, they all just took fuel and boogied on out.
I think Brandon, though, he's got a quick car. I think we're going to see if they're going to be able to run him down, Josh. I don't know what you think. I think he had a good 2-second lead on the field. He's got older tires, and if they took any on behind him, but I think he's going to still be real tough to get around. He was running real smooth.
Yeah, and it seems like that long flag run, guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been switching back and forth between the 44 machine and the 30 machine of Daryl Arnold, and he's made a heck of a move. He gridded 18th. He's up to 7th right now.
Yeah. So Daryl Arnold, up 11 spots, and except for Brandon Browning, who started on the pole. Check this out: Johnny M in 2nd position, up 7 spots. Paul Henley in 3rd position, up 3. Kyle Spees in 4th position, up 6. Donald Scala in 5th, up 6 positions. Preston Michael in 6th, up 6 positions. Daryl Arnold, as you just said, in 7th, up 11 positions. And Tyler Phillips in 8th position, up 9 spots. So everyone that didn't pit had a nice leap over that. The rest of the field that did. And now seeing how that pit strategy works out, limited tires, limited fuel. It's ARCA, baby. That's where you talk.
Yeah, I thought Josh might actually want to play along. I was trying not to be.
Come on, Josh, play. Play with me, Josh. Live on the internet right now.
When we're in a normal race, we can't get the sucker to be quiet. And now
Hey,
he's sitting on his hands.
That's because nobody wants to hear a 15-minute not tying story.
No, we could definitely do that. Now, not at the restart, because I'm going to talk for like 3 laps. But yeah, when we get settled single file, I would love to hear a famous Josh Gardner story right here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Now, I bet you the eNascar Outlaw League would like to hear that as well.
We'll see what we can come up with.
So we are getting set to go back green as the pace lights are off. Let's set your front. However many rows until I get tired of doing it. Browning and Johnny M will be in row number 1. Row 2, Henley and Spees. Row 3, Michaels and Scala. Row 4, Phillips and Arnold. Row 5, Ken Zeems, Robert Warrens. Row 5 will be your first group that pitted on lap 15. As we come out of 3, it is an ARCA restart. Anything can happen, and we hope does. As the pace car comes off, we get ready to get started from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the majestic and scenic Las Vegas, Nevada.
Green flag.
Green flag. And here we go with shit. Brownie gonna lead up to the line. Great jump there by Johnny M. Johnny M on the high side. Look at the battle. Browning going into 1. To row 2 of Spees and Henley. They decide they're going to race as well. 1 into 2. Browning showing that power will solidify first position. Johnny M will fall in 2nd. Henley will be in 3rd with Spees in 4th. Right beside him, Spees almost door touches, and they're going to race it into 3. Browning starting to pull a small lead over Johnny M. Henley will look to the inside but get blocked by Johnny M. To the high side comes Kyle Spees. We come out of the tri-oval and into 1. Browning, Johnny M., Henley, Spees, and Preston Michael. Oh, man, look at there. Spees right to the backside of Henley. Now to the top side, going through the backstretch. And we also got Johnny M. He sniffed to the inside but led off. And Browning is going to continue to lead coming out of 4. Spees and Henley continue to go door to door, along with Scala and Preston Michael right behind them. Row 22. Lap 22 of 100. And the ARCA cars are showing us what they got. Browning solidifies this lead and continues to pull out. Spees and Johnny M will race for 2nd. Johnny M on the high side has got the run coming out of 2. As we head to 3, Spees is going to slide up into line, put him into 3rd position. Henley 4th, Scala 5th. We got a race for 6 between Preston Michael and Kenny Zeems. Zeems to the inside, Michael on the high side. We come down to the start-finish line, and it looks like Michael is going to keep 6th position over Zeems going into 1. But Zeems will keep hugging that low line, hoping for something here. Johnny M makes a run off of 2 right to the backside of Browning in the front. Bunches the front 5 back together. Into 3. It's going to be Brandon Browning with the lead. Johnny M looking to do something with him. Kyle Spees, now he's got the inside of Johnny M. We come out of 4. John's going to slam that door. He comes way down low and says, "No, sir, you're not passing me, Kyle Spees." We go into 1. Front 5 will settle back down, and we're on lap 24 of 100. John, I would love to hear your story now.
You ready, Josh?
He said, John.
Yeah. Larry, take it, kid.
Take the mic.
I will tell you, Brandon is having his hands full with that car now. Early in that run, he went way hard into 1 and pushed way up, and they ran him down. He's got his hands full. He's not running away now.
I think he ran it pretty hard there that first little stint. I really wasn't watching him as much as I was some of the other cars back in the pack a little bit, but they've been closing the gap in solid.
Yeah, it's almost nose to tail all the way around the track now. You can see the tires are starting to get away. Now it's a dancing car. It's a greasy son of a gun to get around this track.
So Josh, I think I might have called you John. I apologize, but I want to hear your story now.
Give us a bedtime story, Josh.
Yes, I want a story now.
We wake up and we'll all be out of Vegas.
Yeah.
Y'all put me on the spot. I don't have nothing right now.
All right. Be thinking about which one you're going to do. I'll call on you
You can
later
tell
on
us
in the
about a
class.
snake bite. You got a snake bit yesterday.
But yesterday?
Spider bite,
Yeah,
snake bite, whatever happens in North Carolina.
Yeah, those critters around North Carolina. they
Yellow,
get
yellow,
vicious.
yellow.
Oh, caution. Sorry, fellas. We have a looks like the 11 was going to be involved. Yeah, he's facing the wrong way on the track. That's Patrick Stein. We will get to your story during the caution. Here we go. Stein comes out of 4. He dips a little too low below that apron, tries to save it, and then he's going to come up and collects a couple different cars. Let's go back here. So the 11 bend is going to take out the 41. The 8's going to have damage. And then somebody else came flying in as well. And that is going to be the 42. 42, Joaquin Meza. So, yeah, just an unfortunate event there as he went a little too far below the line and got loose coming out. Before we get to our bedtime story, let's remind you that Freaky Fast Broadcasting is brought to you basically every night of the week except for Friday nights, because Friday night is ladies' night. That's right, our wifeys get our time on Friday nights. But every other night, we're live. We're brought to you by the ButtKicker and the Gamer2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving to physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20. That's Freaky with 2 E's. FreakyFast20 for 20% off your order of the Gamer2 at thebuttkicker.com. Freaky Fast Broadcasting also brought to you by Abruzzi USA. Abruzzi USA, your wear, your way. Use promo code FreakyFast. Once again, Freaky with 2 E's, Freaky Fast, for 20% off your order of $30 or more at AbruzziUSA.com. From sim racing gloves and apparel, karting gloves, karting boots and apparel, personalized team items, and more, you really can't beat it. They really mean it when they say your wear, your way. So much customizable stuff. That's AbruzziUSA.com. Freaky Fast Broadcasting also brought to you by Electronic Express. Electronic Express, family owned and operated right here in the great state of Tennessee. We also reach out to Alabama and much more, but it's not just Tennessee that can take advantage of Electronic Express. No, sirree, Bob. ElectronicExpress.com sells everything the stores do. You need a new gaming computer? Electronic Express has got you. If you need a new Samsung refrigerator, Electronic Express got you. Maybe you want an LG television. I actually saw today an 85-inch Samsung television at Electronic Express, and that is what I want now. My wife will never approve it, but I really, really want it. Maybe you want a new gaming system, a Roku box, an Apple TV, a blender, radar detector, you name it, Electronic Express has it. Check them out at electronicexpress.com. And brought to you by iPitting. The iPitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams. It helps you create a series board for all your teammates, provides a clear vision of every data point they need, from schedules, results, championship points, standings, and more. There's also great help for your team's community manager, which can use the tool to share on social networks your team's achievements, broadcasts, and much more. That's the iPitting board at iPitting.com. eNascar Outlaw League is also brought to you by BlackGate Security Agency. BlackGate Security Agency is veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. Also brought to you by Choice Ink. Choice Ink screen printing and embroidery. That's a hard word to say. Choice Ink is your answer for all of your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at www.choiceinkct.com, or you can give them a call at 860-554-1500. That's Choice Ink, screen printing and embroidery, choiceinkct.com. Mr. Gardner, we still got a couple laps. I want to hear a story.
Oh, well, this story is going to be about the 48 car. Somehow he went from first to 21st. I think he had a mess up on pit road somewhere.
Oh, must have sped or hit a cone.
I didn't see a cone. He might have got speeding, but he was the pole setter, so he was in the first stall. I was kind of in the driver chat go a little wild back and forth between them, but lost what was going on.
Yes, sir. We'll run through the field. Are you ever going to tell your story?
No, you see, this is what I do: sleight of hand. Get you looking one way, and the other.
All right, Robert. I just did the sponsor, so next caution is story time with Josh Gardner.
We're gonna give him a full 5 minutes, or the next caution, to think of one of the 400 ridiculous stories he's told us.
Come on, those ridiculous stories.
So we will
Everybody's wanting to gang up on me.
But I mean, I've heard about your legendary stories, sir, and I feel like that you don't care about me as a person or a human being if you don't let me in on at least one of these famous ridiculous stories.
Oh, come on now. You hit me where it hurts. You're going to kick me off the fake team.
Yeah, you're going to get promoted to B League, man, real quick. As we get set to go green next lap around Zeems, and Nakula will be in row number 1. Robert Warrens and Elward will be row 2. Lawrence and Warrens 3. Ford and Spees in row 4. And Revel and Michael will be in row 5. Your top 7 pitted on lap 15. Ford pitted on 16. We'll give it to him on 15. Everybody else pitted on 28 or 29. So now we've kind of flip-flopped who has the fresh tire. So we should see some pretty tight racing, not only the first 5 laps, but then the next 10 to 15 after that.
Yep. That 39 really impressed me in that last run, especially when it first started. He was diving in hard. I think he is going to give them a handful, which probably dooms him to be in second or last place here in the next 5 laps. But he really impressed me coming up to this last run. We got to see if Brandon can work his way back up as well.
Yeah, and I mean, falling all the way down to 21st after a unknown penalty. But we've seen that in other leagues where they get an EOL for some unknown reason, and it's early enough in the race, like now, lap 32. You're not even a third of the way through to be able to work your way back up through the field. So as we get set to bring it to the line, the pace car will come off. It will be lap 33 of 100 from Las Vegas with the eNascar Outlaw League when we cross the line. And I love the sounds of the engines of the ARCA cars when they get on it. And here we go. What a jump by Ken Zeems. He is the restart master. Robert Warrens will follow right behind him and overtake second. Nakula will fall back to third. Lawrence now moves up to third. Him and Nakula are battling door to door. Coming out of 2, Elward is right behind them. As we go down the backstretch, the number 1 of Nakula will take in third. The 9 of Lawrence will fall into 4th, and Elward in 5th. The race now seems to be between Revel and Dennis Warrens. It looks like Kyle Spees is even mixing it up back there. But look at the lead Ken Zeems has built out, fellas, already.
Holy smokes, he's getting after it. Josh, I looked like you last week. What's it like running up in front?
Well, in the ARCA car, it's a lot better than, it's a lot better. It's the best place you can be, of course. But this versus an IndyCar, it just means the world.
So as we come out of wrong camera. Don't go there. Back to the leaders. Leaders, dadgummit. Ken Zeems will continue to lead. Warrens now has pulled away in second. Then you've got Elward and Lawrence battling for third. Elward in that number 44 car, that bright mellow yellow car. Mellow Yellow's a decent drink. I prefer Mountain Dew, but Mellow Yellow is just too sweet for me. It's odd. It's a good
Now you
mixture.
got something to talk about. Josh can talk about Mountain Dew all day. He's all hopped up on Mountain Dew like shit.
I'm on can number 3 of this race.
I got my Chick-fil-A cup here with some sweet tea in it.
Which I almost had Jack in the Box for lunch today. I really wanted that.
But see, now we can talk about Jack in the Box.
Oh. Elward right up to the backside of Warren's, man. He's looking now for that second position. Elward will go into 3 to the inside. Warren's is not going to give him any issue. And now Elward looking to chase down Ken Zeems. It'll be 37 laps complete, laps complete when we cross, or we're on lap 37. 36 complete. You know what I'm trying to say. Man,
these three have definitely checked out. They have checked out. This top 3 got some good distance again. It's funny. This is what happened last run.
Zeems is with 0.6 of a second lead. Elward now has a 0.4 of a second lead over Warren's and is gaining, and Warren's has a 1.2 second lead over Robert Revel.
I just hopped back to see where Brandon's at, working his way back up. Brandon Browning, he's working his way up. He's up to 17th, but it's slower moving.
Yeah, he's now moved up to 16th and look to battle for another position. Robert, let's go to the number 48 of Brandon Browning. As we see Browning now looking at Daryl Arnold, looking to the inside of him. And that should now take him up to 15th position. And he is a man on a mission. He has run the fastest lap of the race. Now, that was earlier. That was on lap number 3 of 31.666. Let's see what he runs here. Comes across the line at a 32.999. So, about 1.3 off of his best. But everyone else is running, some running 32s as well. So, he's staying on the pace. But he's definitely pushing really hard on those exits, getting the nice runs. And you can see the time being made up there going into the turns. Now looking at the number 12 of Stephen Ford in that Pepsi machine. At least I believe it's Pepsi from my vantage point. We're going to call it Pepsi. Unless it's an official sponsor, then I apologize. So Charles, tell me about these.
That 40 car, he took off real fast there for a couple laps, and he is definitely slowed down.
Yeah, Ken Zeems is the short run guy. Kenny is the long run guy. Am I right, Robert? I didn't think I thought that was right. So Ken's great on restarts and short runs, but as that run starts going longer, start looking for Kenny Zeems, where is Kenny sitting now? Where is Kenny sitting now? Oh, so Kenny's not even in tonight's race. So I'm sitting there talking for no reason whatsoever about a driver that's not here tonight.
You will notice the points leader, Scala, is running. He's moved from 11th to 8th. So he's running a conservative race to try and keep that points leader, looks like.
Yeah, Donald Scala in that number 18 car. The nationwide machine going into 1 and 2. Got a nice little cushion in front and behind him now, so really no trouble to be seen. As we go back to the front, Elward in the lead, but Paul Henley has chased him down.
Yep, he's on him. That 29 is cooking. Josh, we're still waiting for some stories.
Oh, we were.
So Paul Henley.
Yeah,
Paul Henley pitted on lap 28, got fresh tires. Devin Elward pitted on 15 along with Zeems and Warren. So could be why Henley is just, lap after lap, you can just see the distance closing, and he's probably going to take him here coming out of 4.
Yeah. Night and day difference there. That's a lot of fun. You feel like a superhero when you got new tires going around somebody. All of a sudden you feel like you're on top of the world. And then 10 laps later, the humility comes right back.
Yeah, Johnny M up to 4th position. He pitted on lap 28. Robert Revel up to 6th. He pitted on 28. Spees in 7th. Scala in 8th. Preston Michael 9th. Actually, now Russell Pete takes over from Preston Michael in 9th position. Michael moves back to 10th. Those are a lot of your guys that pitted on 28. Starting to make moves through the field. Your lap 15 guys starting to fall backwards. As we got a battle for 3rd between Ken Zeems and Johnny M. Ken Zeems in 3rd, Johnny M in 4th, Robert Warren's in 5th. Johnny M on lap 28 tires. Ken Zeems and Warren's on lap 15 tires. So let's see what Johnny M's going to do coming out of 2. Got a nice run coming out of 2. And I think he's going to try to sniff the inside, guys. I'm not sure. Nope, he's going to run high on this one. With new tires, you can kind of run a little bit different. Dives it down, way down, below the white line. He's going to, ooh. Interesting run from Johnny M.
Yeah.
I was watching him a couple laps ago. He's been pushing the envelope pretty hard. Probably about 3 laps ago, he come across and kind of door slid down the backstretch a little bit on the wall. He was running it so hard. He's trying to get to the front.
The 38 of Rebel takes over 5th position. Robert Warrens and Kyle Spees will race for 6. And then right behind them, Robert Warrens and then Russell Peets. We're coming out of 4 with the, Scala blinked. We come out of 4 going down towards the start-finish line. It'll be Revel. Spees right behind them. And then Robert Warrens and Russell Peets will be battling. And Scala's kind of blinking in and out. Ooh, Scala's going to pull right door to door with the 39 of Warrens, and Warrens is going to let him on by. In front of Scala is Peets. He is now coming to the back bumper of Kyle Spees. This is for 6th position. In front of them, Ken Zeems. Who is Ken Zeems racing with?
Robert Bevel.
Yeah, what was wrong? My timing has completely
Gone kaput.
Yeah, it's decided to make me look dumb at times. It does that about once a race. It's like, you know what? Let's just make Lee look more stupid than he normally is.
I get that a lot running with shake and bake. It's the price we have to pay. The one thing that was really nice was when he was blinking, he got out of the way to let people by. That was good racing etiquette. That's the worst on this game, is when you have somebody that's blinking.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up the blinking.
Yeah, blinking is.
There's a story.
Yeah, so it's story time. Go, Josh.
Oh gosh, yeah. So Charles wants to talk about the blinking. We can go with the blinking. So for whatever reason, I don't know why, we run a league on Tuesday night, we run a league on Thursday night, and we intermittently run with some other guys on Sunday night. Well, Tuesday night, Sunday night races, all working perfectly. We get Gulf Coast Indy League going, and first couple times in IndyCar, and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just riding around in the pack, just trying to fill everything out. Starting to get in my groove. Next thing I know, I start flashing, falling back through there, and it just, I don't know. Internet just decided it wasn't going to let me have it that day. And it's happened way more times than it needs to, especially on Thursday. I told the boys over at Shake and Bake, I said, well, as long as I stay out of the top 5, I won't flash, I won't get kicked out of the race. We'll all be good. I'll just ride around in the back.
Yeah, he downloaded some app that allows that if you ever get in the top 3, your car immediately starts blinking, which is a really neat feature I think the fans should look for out there.
Yeah, I'll definitely put it in the Discord. It's free on the App Store.
As we come out of 4, Scala moved up to 4th position. Zeems in 5th. Spees right behind him, and then Pete's behind him. Those guys have kind of been sniffing around. But I tell you what, the number 29 of Paul Henley, he then lapped the number 3 of Tyler Phillips, and now has a buffer between him and Elwood.
He has completely checked out. I was watching the gaps between first, second place, and third place, and they've done put a 3-second gap on the third place.
I got a story for you. I've never been to Las Vegas, but I have been to Atlantic City. I went to Atlantic City when I think it was around 7 or 8 years old. So I was a big wrestling fan back then. That's back, Hulkamania.
Roddy Piper.
Oh, yeah, man. Sergeant Slaughter, Demolition, Tito Santana.
Junkyard Dog.
Yes. King Kong Bundy.
Man, you're old.
I am.
I
I'm
can't
44.
remember any of that.
Even though you just named them all off. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Make me feel old, but you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Get him, Mean Gene.
But there was an advertisement for WrestleMania in Atlantic City, and my dad was a big gambler. He had been to Vegas. He had been to Atlantic City and stuff, and I'm like, but he never would take me like anywhere that I wanted to go, you know, especially something that's going to cost a lot of money like WrestleMania. And I'm like, you know what? To be in Atlantic City, I might be able to pull this off. So I waited till he was in a real good mood one night, and I said, hey, Dad, there's something I want to do. And he was like, oh, yeah, what's that? And I'm like, well, it'll benefit you too. He said, well, how's that? So I started off with how it benefits him. I said, well, it's in Atlantic City. And he goes, well, what is it? So I went through WrestleMania, and he looked at my mom and told her to buy tickets. And so I was at WrestleMania 4 in Trump Plaza when they had the tournament for the championship, and the Macho Man won his first championship.
That's a great story.
Yeah, there you
good
go.
old days.
Should have been sales.
Did you get to snap into a Slim Jim at the end of that one?
No, but I still do. I mean, I have a very, very terrible memory. I mean, like really bad. I probably need to get that checked. But I still have flashbacks. I can remember Miss Elizabeth being on the shoulder of Macho Man. I remember Vanna White, because the way that they entered was straight down, and I was kind of off to the side, like it's still on the floor, but off to the side. The way they exited is they kind of came up that ramp, and then they did a hard right, and that came right in front of where I was. I got to see them all leave. So I remember Vanna White walking by in there. I remember Jimmy Hart walking by in there. I remember Andre, he's freaking huge. Yeah, all of them.
Josh is a little young for, but I'm sure he caught all that too. Those are the glory days watching that on TV nowadays.
Yeah, that's a little bit before my time. I was around when The Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin. That was more my era.
The next caution, we'll get into hillbilly ham fishing. That'll give Josh something to talk to us about.
Yes, I meant to bring that up. I'm glad you reminded me. But so Josh, does that mean are you? I know. Hey, look, you're not a woman. I can ask you how old you are. Are you in your 20s, 30s?
Yeah, 29.
29, man. I remember 29. Cherish that year. The day you hit 30, your mystery element gets assigned to you. You start doing different things. Your body makes different noises. Things become regular that shouldn't be and irregular that shouldn't be. It's not fun. Then at 40, when your hair and stuff start falling out, it is an adventure.
40, your eyes go. First thing I did the day I turned 40, my eyes were gone.
Look, man,
I'm looking so forward to see these cars, the numbers.
I've had Forrest Whitaker eyes since I was young, so eyesight isn't a thing for me.
You got a little Miata with one light not working as good.
It really does. You know, that headlight hadn't raised all the way up. I'm kind of like, it's like a half wink. It's like, you know, I might be hollering at you, hey girl, or I might be half drunk. You don't know. I had something said in my ear, but I missed it. So in case you could repeat that for me. We're at 58 of 100 here at Las Vegas. Got pit stops going on. Dennis Ward's it. Let me see who's all in the pits. My stuff froze.
We got a lot of folks lapped down now.
Warren's is in there. Ford, Shane Ledoux. Nope, Ledoux stayed out. Steve Ford is in there. The 43 is now coming down. 43 of Gary Rogers went in. Let me see. We talked about Dennis Warren's. Robert Warren's went in. Christopher Lawrence. So green flag pit stop starting to happen. And I guess they're thinking maybe possibly 40. Well, 40 or so can run it out.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to ask, was about what kind of laps we were getting out of fuel, and I believe you're right. It's right around 40.
So this is the tricky part, because it's your last lap and your first lap out are so critical in this. Can set up the whole rest of your race when you get some clear air and open track, and then that first lap back out. It looks like the 29 has let the 2 by here. He must be getting ready to duck in. He's ducking in.
Yeah, Phillips pitted on lap. No, he stayed out, but Phillips pitted on lap 48. Henley on 28. So Henley has a almost a 4-second lead over second place Donald Scala. So until you start seeing a second place or getting a little bit closer, I think he's going to stay out and just lead as many laps as he can.
Sure.
As he can. Yeah, Phillips pitted on lap 48. Henley on 28. So Henley has a 3 almost a 4-second lead over second place Donald Scala. So until you start seeing a second place or getting a little bit closer, I think he's going to stay out and just lead as many laps as he can.
Yeah, he let those guys unlap themselves. So it looked like he slowed down to duck in.
Might be hoping for a caution.
Oh, yeah. That's my middle name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I understand he's losing time, but until the second place guy gets within, 3 seconds of him, doesn't matter who it is,
The people behind with new tires. Yeah,
You're talking
rest
about
of
a
the
33 and a half second lap, somewhere in there. So you're talking 2.5 seconds fall off roughly.
let's see and he's staying out. So let's see what these next lap are. $33.5 by our leader, 33.3, 33.9, 33.5, 33.5. There's 32.5 there by Elbert, who put it on 59. So yeah, the 59 guys are about a second. Now my producer's pretty smart. One day I'll learn to trust him.
One of the neat app ideas I think we need for this game is to help the drivers when they're running, to give them advice on how much they're losing out there on the track and when would be an optimal time to pit, to be able to tell you. And that, if there is one, it's needed.
As we are on lap 66 of 100, we still see a few pit stops happening here and there. Patrick Stein came in on 65. Spees came in on 65. Revel came in on 65. And Henley's going to keep staying out.
Yeah.
He's got to be hoping for a caution. Maybe some of these new tire guys coming out, spinning it or something. But
right now, there's 6-7 cars on the lead lap. So a yellow would trap the field.
Yeah, the bank on it. That's a tough one.
yeah, everybody else has pitted and he's coming in this time. So Paul Henley got his portion of airtime this evening. Staying out to lap 67. He wants the freshest tires as of anyone.
Yeah,
he put on 59 weeks, and that's when they really started. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun little finish here at Las Vegas with the eNascar Outlaw League. Lee Tidwell, Josh Garner, and Charles Teed. They are better known as at least a one half. There's two more, at least, maybe three more, maybe
three more.
So 2/5 of Team Shake and Bake over there in the Gulf Coast IndyCar League on Thursday nights here on World Series, almost at our Saturday League on Freeky Fast Broadcasting. Saturdays we have, of course, the World Series of Sim Racing, and big announcement coming. World Series of Sim Racing is going to be part of it. Gulf Coast IndyCar League is going to be part of it, but we got a huge announcement coming at the end of August for everyone that watches any of the leagues or watches Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So end of August, big announcement coming to the Freaky Fast Facebook page.
It's going to be a lot of real great when that comes out. There's just some really neat things you guys are working on. You guys do such an unbelievable job. Thanks for having us on here as guest hosts. It's so much fun listening to you guys. You guys make it outstanding for whatever you're calling. And it's just such a great broadcast. And you guys have such a great sense of humor. So thank you for putting it on for us. And we're trying to get you guys to do more and more for us and expanding our league. So looking for additional folks that want to come in and run with us on Thursday nights and IndyCars. Look us up with the Gulf Coast IndyCar League.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And the way that the way me and Robert found each other reminds me of the way me and my wife found each other. I told me and my wife a story. We went to high school.
Coachella?
Yeah, me and my wife went to high school together, and we never spoke in high school. We graduated. We had our own separate lives. She had a daughter. I had a daughter and a son. And then life events happened, and I posted something on Facebook, and she reached out to me. And then a month later, I went to Ohio and moved her and her daughter down. And then a year after that, I married her on 11/11/11, so I'd never forget our anniversary. Well, I just happened to be scrolling through Facebook because I'm a COVID kid when it comes to iRacing. That's when I joined. I was scrolling through Facebook, and Robert had a post on one of the iRacing groups that I was on saying he was looking for broadcasters, and I had done broadcasting for 10 years. I'm like, dude, I'll help you talk. I don't care. And we did our first race was at Michigan with World Series of Sim Racing, their first race of this season. And literally that's how we found each other, was that internet connection. So he's in the same class as my wife when it comes to that, on how we met.
You guys right swiped each other. That's super cute.
I right swiped you, Robert. Can we get engaged for that? Hello to everyone there on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget that if you like the eNascar Outlaw League, or especially Freeky Fast Broadcasting, what you hear up here in the booth, and sometimes I do apologize for what you might hear in the booth. Make sure if you're on Facebook, you click that like button on this video. Go ahead and follow the Freaky Fast Facebook page, and so you get to keep up with all the action, including Gulf Coast IndyCar Racing there on Thursday night. Make sure you're hitting those reaction buttons. That helps us. That helps this league. That helps the analytics of Facebook and all their number crunching computers and people say, hey, we need to promote this more. There we go. Emotions and emoticons are happening now. Reactions, we need that on Facebook. On the YouTube side of things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you click I learned this from watchmojo.com. Click that notification bell to know when new content is uploaded daily. We're almost daily. So click on that notification bell there on YouTube. Give us some comments on YouTube. Help the analytics there as well. But we need some reactions. We need you guys to help us help you. Help us help you with the. Oh no, the 48. I just got told is Brandon Browning. He has moved all the way up to 7th position, guys. But now the 43 of Gary Rogers passed him. Rogers on a little fresher tires, but Browning's awful quick. 7th position, 26 to go. He's got time.
Yeah, he does. This is the point in the race when I normally start barking to my team, begging for a yellow, which is one of the things that make the most fun of me on, is that I've burned my tires off. But a yellow right here would pull him right up. The crazy thing is Paul, we were all critiquing him staying out so long. He came back out. He's still up front. I mean, he's running a heck of a race.
Yeah,
I almost said hell of a race, but I don't think it's
to add to what you're talking about there, Charles. Yeah, Paul just posted his fastest time on lap 70 at 31.7. Fastest time in the race for him, and that was about the time he was taking the lead back from Mr. Devin Elwood.
Elwood, yes sir. Good job.
Thank you.
So Henley in the lead, Elwood second, Ken Zeems in third, Johnny M in fourth, Robert Warren's fifth, Kyle Spees sixth, Gary Rogers seventh, Brandon Browning eighth, Dennis Warren's ninth, Preston Michael will round out your top 10 here this evening. Now Paul Henley's starting to deal with some lap traffic. He's got the 12 of Steve Ford's in front of him. Ford's very politely to the high side, lets him on by. But look at the lead between 1 and 2, 3.3 seconds.
Yeah, he's on autopilot now. Trying to save tires and nurse at home, and does not want a yellow.
Yeah, that's coming from Charles. I need a yellow tee.
That is my metal man.
But a yellow. We got a yellow on Saturday night with 7. Well, got it with like 11 to go. We came back to green with 7 to go. And it was probably the best 7 laps. That was Saturday night. It was best 7 laps that if I've ever got the call. So I'm kind of looking forward to that lap 10 green caution. That'd be really nice.
Oh, yeah, it's fun up here. When you're in it, you sure as heck don't want it.
Frustrating.
Yeah, when you got a whole track in front of you wide open, he sure as heck doesn't want one. Whenever I announce one, it happens. And when I don't want it, as yellows are a nasty, nasty girl.
Elwood starting to deal with the lap traffic himself at second position. He is really, 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 really far behind. On almost 4 seconds.
Yeah, looking through the field, everyone's starting to get kind of spread out. I'm like working my way through, and there's not a lot of heavy racing right now. Everyone's kind of spread out and just trying to run laps, save their tires.
Yeah, this is when I start searching through, looking for some battles. As we come out of 4 with who am I watching? I'm watching Ken Zeems in 3rd position, come out of 4. He's got the 13 of Johnny M behind him. Josh, give us some insight to these ARCA cars.
Yeah, Lee. So the ARCA car is a little bit different for me. I've been mainly running the. I have a special place in my heart for the ARCA cars, but I've mainly been running the trucks and the Xfinity cars, a little cup car here and there. But they're odd. They're almost like the truck, except the fact that they get a lot more tail happy when you've got a car behind you. I mean, they draft really well. You can get some really good speed when you tag up with somebody, but you start to try to bump and run on a short track with them, they get really loose. I mean, you're talking about I think they're like a little over 3,000 pound car, making it like 600 horsepower. So they're pretty. They handle completely different than anything else out here. I mean, the trucks is about as close as you can really compare them.
So as we continue to watch, Johnny M passed on that high side and took over Ken Zeems. Charles, could that high line start coming in? I mean, it should be in by now, right? We're at lap 83.
Yeah, you should have the whole track pretty well open up. There should be 2 lanes here where you can run. It's really now just about have you taken care of your tires where you can go get those runs. One thing I noticed when I ran these cars today is that early in a run, you can really almost toss it around like a sprint car, and it sits on the corner. Even the apron rarely, I know there was a spin early in the race, but you could even get a tire on an apron, unlike some of the other series of cars where you touch the apron and you're going for a ride. So they're actually pretty forgiving, and don't push early in runs. I know if you overdrive into the corner, you'll see people run up to the wall, but early in runs, now as they're running now, someone's up there, looks like close to the wall, or they're just giving room. Now everyone's probably just about through their tires and just trying to nurse them home.
As we go back to 8th position, Dennis Warren's now making the pass over Gary Rogers. Rogers has fallen 2 positions here as Preston Michael and Dennis Warren's both passed him on that lap. And then right behind him, Brandon Browning, now in 10th position. And it looks like he is back to being pretty daggum quick. Browning running a 33.7 that last one. So he is not quite as fast as some of the guys we got out there, but he's faster than the 43 of Rogers, going to the inside in 3. And Browning will now be up to 9th position. Looking to
That's a
make
great
that
job.
cut.
That's a great job working through that black flag or whatever happened in the pits early to work through that. That's because that grinds your tires too, working your way back through the field and making those passes. You're not running the best line to take care of your car and your equipment. So that's a good job to get yourself back in the top 10.
The number 40 of Ken Zeems starting to make a run and trying to catch up with Johnny M. He's got, let's see here, Chris Malcolm in between them. But he's also got Kyle Spees right behind him, kind of pushing him through here. Not like pushing, but drafting pushing. So, yeah, this could become interesting. It seems we'll go to the high side. Nice job there by Malcolm. Just kind of get out of the way.
Yep, that was a very good race. I got that out of the way.
Yeah, that means a whole lot when you've got plenty of league etiquette. I mean, these guys understand that, hey, these guys are racing a lot harder. They're racing for position, or even a couple lap down cars. They're not going to be in the racing line. And that says a lot about the league.
A race for 14th, the 38 of Robert Revel, and the 17 of Jeff Vickery. Vickery looking to the inside down here on the front stretch. Start finish line. Revel will retain the lead. Vickery will fall in behind. But he's been making up a couple tenths of a second here and there. And he's got the inside. Revel way up in the marbles. Woo, that was close. He didn't slide up there. He drove up there, but that's a dangerous place. try to exit corners here at Vegas.
Yeah, you kind of end up hanging on. You burp the throttle a little bit coming out there and hope you have enough room to stay off the wall.
Victory now has caught. No, that's a lap car in front of him. Never mind.
That lead is just stretching out. Paul was six seconds ahead. Now he's up to 7.4. What a run.
Yeah, that's kind of dominant when you think about it that way, of how much of a difference there is between 1 and 2.
And honestly, though, their lap times are pretty comparable. But I've been sitting here watching Paul's lap times and his tire fall off as we're getting almost 20 laps from his fastest time, and he's been just consistent. He's been slowly losing.
40's bringing out the yellow.
Yellow flag is out.
No.
Oh, no.
There it is. 10 to go.
Oh, and no one got collected. Whew.
That's Zeems, too.
Looks like he caught the apron when I saw it live and went for a ride.
Yeah, he comes down the backstretch. The 3 will pass him. Zeems will come into 3, and yeah, he just went what? I don't know. I don't know if he blew a tire.
That was weird.
Yeah. Can I see the other side? The tires are all turning, so I don't think he blew a tire. He just, he dipped it too low below the apron there. But guess what? That means it is going to be a shootout in the ARCA cars at Vegas for the eNascar Outlaw League. And we'd like to remind you one more time that Freaky Fast Broadcasting is brought to you by Electronic Express. Electronic Express, your local electronics retailer in the Tennessee and Alabama area, but of course, all over the continental United States. You can check out electronicexpress.com for all of your electronic needs. If you need a kitchen package, you want to completely redo your kitchen, you know what? The wifey needs a new refrigerator and stove and dishwasher, microwave, because we're building a home. You can buy one at electronicexpress.com, have it shipped right to you. Need a new gaming computer, need a new couch. They sell Ashley Furniture at electronicexpress.com. It's crazy. New television. So Samsung 85-inch QLED. Oh my gosh, I want one. Gaming systems, all the way down to small electronics. Blue Yeti microphones. The microphone I'm using right now. Electronic Express, my gaming computer right now that is so cool. Electronic Express, so much. Check it out, electronicexpress.com. Also brought to you by somebody ran out of gas, needing to push. The Gamer2 and the ButtKicker. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving to physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response. It's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer2 at thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20. That's Freaky with 2 E's. FreakyFast20 for 20% off your order of the Gamer2 at thebuttkicker.com. Also by AbruziUSA.com. Abruzzi USA, your wear, your way. From personalized items, team items like that, karting gloves and boots and personalized gloves, sim racing gloves, some of the best entry-level gloves. Oh my gosh, I love my gloves. If you want to check out AbruziUSA.com, you're like, you know what, I kind of like that. For orders over $30, use promo code FreakyFast. That's Freaky with 2 E's. Freaky Fast for 20% off your order of $30 or more at AbruziUSA.com. Also brought to you by iPitting. The iPitting board is a web tool designed for iRacing teams that can help you set a series board for all of your teammates, provides clear visions for every data point they need, from schedules, results, championship points, standings, and much, much more. It's also a great help for your team's community manager to use the tool to share on social networks your team's achievements, races, and all kinds of good stuff. Check them out. The iPitting board at ipitting.com. eNascar Outlaw League is brought to you by BlackGate Security. BlackGate Security Agency is a veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, not Peary, Erie, Pennsylvania. Sorry, sponsors. Offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. And also brought to you by Choice Ink. Choice Ink screen printing and embroidery. I will have that down for the end of the season. Choice Inc. is your answer for all your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at, I'm actually going to go to this website we get off work. I got some ideas for some Freaky Fast merchandise. Start your project today at www.choiceincct.com, or you can give them a call at 860-554-1500. That's www.choiceincct.com. That's Choice Inc. Green printing and embroidery. Fella, we're going to have about a 5-lap shootout in ARCA action. ARCA Monday Madness on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the eNascar Outlaw League. Lee Tidwell, Charles Teague, and Josh Gardner in the booth with you. Robert Moya working all the magic behind the curtains. He is the Oz of Freaky Fast. Fellas, what would your strategy be here? Be a 4-lap shootout when we go to green.
Yeah, I think if it were me and I was anything out of top 5, I would have come in and got tires because there's a rocket with tires. Top 5, you're in a tricky spot because you have such good track position. I'll be real interested to hear, who all did pit. My machine just gave me some problems here. I couldn't go back and see it.
Here we go. Who did not pit? Number 1, Paul Henley. Number 2, Devin Elward. Number 3, Johnny M. Number 4, Kyle Spees. Number 5, Russell Peets. Number 6, Patrick Stein. Everyone else pitted.
Yep.
So 7 back.
So it's gonna be grip the wheel, don't mess up, and run it as hard as you can.
Keep her on the bottom. Don't overdrive the corner, so they got to take you on the outside.
Yeah, because the momentum on that outside lane, I've been watching it as we've been going, and it does pretty well, but that inside line is the place to be.
Well, you also got to think, too, is some of these guys might not have pitted because they're out of tires. They didn't have any more to put on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough spot.
I kind of ended up down in a rabbit hole while we were under caution there. I was going through the field looking at paint jobs.
Who's got the paint of the night, Josh?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. I like the 30 of Daryl Arnold. That sucker's pretty slick. Between that and the Tide car, you can't go wrong with the old school Tide car. Got the chrome wheels on it. It's looking slick.
Yeah, that takes me back to Ricky Rudd running that thing around Riverside Raceway with my dad when I was a kid back in 1987. So that's the good old days.
It is one of my favorite things to do is go through and look at all the different paint schemes and stuff that each one of these leagues run. And, unfortunately with IndyCar, it's hard to see the paint schemes of what, I can see colors, but like to know sponsors and stuff. And I guess because I don't really follow Indy that a Pennzoil color is not going to make me think of anyone. Where Valvoline, I go Mark Martin, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's different strokes, it's Indy is obviously not as popular as NASCAR the last 25 years, but yeah,
they're so fun to drive though. The C class is at, where are we at this week? Is it Michigan?
Pocono.
I think it might be. It is Pocono.
Yeah.
Yes, and I suck at Pocono, but I can actually drive Indy cars at Pocono. It was so much fun.
Yeah, they stick like glue. It's crazy.
All right.
We got a guy that does our paint, Nicholas Winook, who's on our team as well, and has done some beauties. He did one for me in our Xfinity series that I can't get into details, but it was a classic.
Here we go. It's going to be a 4-lap shootout as Henley will lead them to the line.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And we got a caution. Yeah, what happened there? I heard you guys say something, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was. It was something around the 30 car there.
Oh, the 9 checked up, and then everybody got into him. And the 9 might actually checked up because of. Yeah, Warren's checked up, which checked up to 17, checked up to 7, checked up to 9. They were able to keep going, but everybody behind them. Calamity ensued.
Yeah, Ken Zeems got wrapped up in it pretty good. His whole front end of his car's gone.
So we will now go to a green-white checkered. And because it wasn't a full lap under green, it will be single file when we start.
Huge advantage for Paul.
Oh, yeah. But Elward's strong. He did a good job on that restart. The restart could make or break Paul Henley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 laps to get it done. He gets a good jump off the line, gets it down into 1, and he gets a good run off of 1. He can catch him on the backstretch, try to get a nose.
And they're trying to catch up to the pace car. Here we go. Leader found the pace car, checking up on the front stretch.
Since we're in Vegas, we can get a line on Paul winning this race. Right now, he's minus 200 to bring this one home for the gamblers out there. I just ran over to the line.
I don't know with Elward.
I just saw that restart again. I looked at it. He got off on it. And if they're single file, that's a huge disadvantage to get back in 2 laps. I do like the Menards paint.
Yeah. Elward's always got a cool paint job. So Henley, Elward, Johnny M, Kyle Spees, Russell Peets will be your top 5. Stein, Michael, Robert Warrens, Gary Rogers, and Jeff Vickery will round out your top 10. Brandon Browning is back in 12th after those pit stops. So I'm not sure if he can make that charge. Ken Zeems, who got involved in that earlier incident that actually brought out this caution, will be sitting in 13th position. How bad does his car look? Pretty bad.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I was actually looks like we got plenty of cloud coverage coming in, and the track temp has dropped all the way down to 88.
Yeah, I've never seen a 15+ degree track temperature drop during a race.
They
That's crazy.
They got a storm brewing.
Dude, I want rain. I really do. I mean, it won't really affect us on the oval side, but I mean, with the Indy cars, you guys can ride in rain.
On the road courses, yeah. I don't know that they have any rain tires. I haven't seen it.
I
If
thought
they
they were
introduce rain, we should see
at
it.
some point.
There's some other things they might want to fix first, like changing tires when you have a fast repair. But then we'll hold off on some minor critiques.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah. Yep. I had that happen in Phoenix. My right rear locked up. Then 2 nights ago in another race, my right rear was stuck up in the air with a fast repair. So it's still a hell of a lot of fun. I just started this just like you did, Lee, in February, growing up racing cars and around tracks since I was a kid. Gosh, it's so much fun. And with COVID, so many people have jumped into it, and I'm nowhere near the caliber of all these guys, but it sure is a hell of a lot of fun.
Yes, sir, Bob. And we are still under caution. I would like to take this time, and I would like to invite Brandon Colley to join me in the booth during one of these races. Actually, Brandon, next Sunday night for Sim Racing Unleashed, I want you in the booth with me. Brandon Colley, he's very knowledgeable, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and he's out there on Facebook right now giving us all kinds of great insight. I want Brandon to join me in the booth.
That would be a refreshing change from what you're stuck with tonight.
Oh yeah, I forgot he races in the league we call. We'll figure it out, Brandon.
Get him to cover one of our IndyCar races.
I was just say, throw him on a Thursday run.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't know anything about Indy, neither do we.
Yeah,
Zach joined me last Thursday and did an outstanding job. Zach Hall. Me and Zach and Brian, we've worked about as much together as me and Robert have. So that chemistry has formed. And the more I work with you guys, Mr. T and Mr. Gardner, we'll get that chemistry down as well.
Yep, it's been a heck of a lot of fun.
I'll play Delilah. I have no problem doing some Delilah After Dark right now.
Oh boy. Check, please.
Oh, it's about that time. I got to change this Chick-fil-A cup out.
So we are still, man, these long cautions, this 1.5 miles, I'm telling you, they take forever.
You guys had Joe Macaroni on with you last week, too. I think he did a good run with you.
Yeah, Macadory. I've actually got something that I would like to speak to Mr. Macadory about. And also, if someone is listening, which they haven't commented, but if not, I'm going to be upset. Mr. Joseph McWhorter, we need to speak with you as well, sir. All the time? We'll figure out a way. Well, we'll buy my hotspot or something. We'll figure something out. So caution lights are off, I believe. Yes, they are. We will go green, single file, and it'll be a green-white checker, 2-lap shootout here at Las Vegas with the eNascar Outlaw League. Henley, who has been dominant this race, will be in first position. Elbert will be second, Johnny M in third, Kyle Spees in fourth, Russell Peets in fifth, Patrick Stein sixth, Preston Michaels seventh, Robert Warren's eighth, Gary Rogers ninth, Jeff Vickery 10th. Michaels, Warrens, Rogers, Vickery, and then 11th place Revel all the way back have new tires. So this could be interesting.
It's going to be fun. One really neat thing really quick before we go green. These guys are so good to each other. I noticed earlier today in the Discord, there's a couple drivers that didn't have this track and due to COVID are having some challenges with being able to buy it. Everyone jumped in to help, just like at a real racetrack, loaning parts and get everyone out there running. So it was really neat to see.
The camaraderie you see in these leagues is unparalleled.
Green flag,
it matches any other sport you could put it against. Green flag, here we go. 2 laps to go. Paul Henley will lead them down. We got a lot of bunching up in the back. In the front, they're going to stay single file. In the back, that's where we got some movement going on. The 39 of Robert Warren has moved all the way up to fifth. Now we got a caution. Oh, 43. No. The 43 looks to be involved, and he is on the infield. He gets hit. Oh, he gets hit right in the back end by the 48 of Brandon Browning. And if I am not mistaken, there's only one attempt at a green-white checkered here at the eNascar Outlaw League. So that will do it. They will ride around. Actually, the laps change back to 3 to go.
Yeah, I think they're getting another one. I will say that Henley checked out. I mean, he immediately had 5-6 car lengths on him.
Yeah, he put it in the wind.
And it will be single file again since they did not complete a full lap of green. So another, you know what? The single file restarts really make it for a lap 2 shootout when you look at these green-white checkers. But when you look at the double file, it's both laps, just craziness.
Yeah. The drivers are talking about it now. It said 2.
It did change to 2.
Yep, they got one more.
All right, good. 'Cause I don't like it ending under that way. That's un-American.
Yeah, America.
America.
You can't finish that song. I don't think that's PG-24.
Yeah, no, I stopped it quick. So good night to Mr. Kenneth Blackburn, having an early night tonight. He's got to run, and I'm pretty sure we'll see him tomorrow night. Where are we at tomorrow night, Robert? We are at Las Vegas. That's right. We begin. Oh, okay, so let me tell you about our Monday, Tuesday, 1-2 punch combination. Bam. Monday night, we will be with eNascar Outlaw League, wherever they are. Tonight, Las Vegas. We're in the ARCA cars. Tuesday night, we will be with the eNascar Outlaw League, back at the same track, Las Vegas, in the trucks. It is going to be crazy to see the way these guys drive here tonight and see it spill over into night number 2, especially with the same track. This is going to, I am looking forward to the way these races fall back to back with the ever increasing difficulty and power of the vehicles that they're driving. There's also drivers that I hear, fellas, that only drive the trucks or only drive the cup cars or drive all 3, or might only drive the cup and the truck, might only drive ARCA and the cup. You know, it's different people. So we're going to see new guys tomorrow that I have to learn their names and, the drop of a hat.
I think you can pull it off. You're the best in the biz here. Quickly in 6 months, you've done a hell of a job to make this. The 2 of you guys are fantastic.
Well, we appreciate it, sir. And, and Pasalacqua, we appreciate Pasalacqua as well.
There it is.
Yeah, just listen to a Sunday night broadcast. My favorite driver of all time races on Sunday night. His name is Rodrigo Logo. I will never say his name that calm ever again. You guys were lucky that I didn't throw the headphone warning out there.
I think you might see us out here running with these guys next Monday night. This looked like a fun bunch to run with. Get out there and run around the back. Stay out of the way.
We are coming through turn number 3. The pace lights will remain on, so still pacing at the moment, but excellent racing here, not only on Monday nights, but Tuesday nights as well. And we get to witness our first Tuesday night race. There's a cough button, find it. We get to just pick it on you, man. Just laugh. Come on, roll with it. Oh, it was you? Oh, yeah. It was Robert muted, coughing up a lung in our ear because he drank his Diet Coke wrong. So Paul's letting us know during this race, while he's leading, he's pacing around in the lead for a green-white checkered shootout, has enough time to jump onto YouTube to let us know that, hey, was it in Facebook? I was on Facebook to let us know that he's leading in points in the truck, by the way.
I think he's feeling pretty good about it.
I'd have just put it in the stands.
Josh does try that, though. Josh
I do not try it every time, but I have tried it before. Let me promise you, it does not look good.
Normally, I'm right outside of him when he's trying it, too. So yeah. we ends up...
Here I come.
Oh, me, oh, my. Las Vegas, Nevada. Only thing it's known for is gambling, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. The Outsider Clothing Company of the number 29 of Paul Henley will lead. The 44 Mellow Yellow Machine of Devin Elward will be in second. Johnny M and that number 13 Jerky Pro Machine will be in third position. Kyle Spees in the number 36 Spees Gaming Machine will be in fourth, and Robert Warren's in the Snap-on Tools. Every mechanic loves some Snap. Man, my dad was mechanic, and he had a Snap-on. I think he still owes money to Snap-on.
Hey, one thing you did forget about Vegas, I'm pretty sure they're well known for drive-through chapels.
Drive-through chapels, yes. You get a drive-through chapel where you'd be married by Elvis.
Yeah, the Elvis.
The flying Elvises.
Oh yes, the flying Elvis.
Utah chapter.
We need that in our lives.
Especially in 2020. So much needed. It's been taken away from us.
As we come around. Are the lights off this time? Yes, finally. The pit guy goes, I'm tired of running around. I'm almost out of gas. We're going to go green. It will be a single file restart. Henley, Elward, Johnny M, Spees, and Warren's your top 5. That will be Robert, Russell Peets, Patrick Stein, Preston Michael, Jeff Victory, and Robert Revel will be your top 10. The 48 of Browning in 11th, he did get into the backside. Not on purpose, but it's that ARCA. You know, an ARCA, you can get in the back of someone real easy. He did get in to cause that last caution. So,
someone's dumping off here.
Elward, I think Elward ran out of gas. Elward in second position, ran out of gas. It puts Johnny M in second.
Green, green, green.
And they're worried about black flags in the chat. Here we go, green flag. And look who's going to take advantage. Warren's on the high side, goes, you know what, fellas? Let's just do it. He's going to take third. He's going to battle Johnny M for second, going into 1. What a start by Robert Warren's. It's going to be 2 to go. We come out of 2. Paul Henley in first, Johnny M in second. Warren's will be third on the high side with Kyle Spees in fourth. The 48 of Browning has moved up to 5th. The 40 of Ken Seams has moved up to 6th. We come out of 3 to be 1 to go. Traffic got it too quick. He got spun.
What a save.
Everybody saves it. Oh, but he got hit the back end. We're going to keep it going. 1 to go. No green. Run it, fellas. Paul Henley will remain in first. Browning has moved up to second.
They're spinning again.
They're spinning on the turn 2.
Oh,
Speeds will hit the wall. Oh,
No!
Browning's got it.
I think, man, Browning
Browning
right
came
to the back.
through.
But Browning is can Scala beat him? Scala now comes down to the inside. They're going to race to the start-finish line. Browning will come across it first. Oh, that was a finish that's going to be talked about in the garage.
I feel like some helmet throwing is coming soon.
Someone needs to get Tony Stewart a microphone right now.
No, we're going to crash as many vehicles as we can.
So the 39 of Robert Warrens was the first one to get involved. Everything started went to hell. The 4 spun someone in 2, which bunched up the field. The 48 with a great run with all this going on, literally runs into the back end. I mean, that, let me watch this. The 29 goes down the block. I mean, it was a hard block. And then they spun behind him too.
Yeah, that's wild to watch, and you don't know unless you're one of the drivers. But he come down block.
Scala almost. Yeah, Scala almost came out with the victory, coming from like 5th position, but it will go Brandon Browning, Donald Scala, and Gary Rogers. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it to a break. We're going to work on trying to get the drivers in here. We will be back in 120 seconds. No longer, no less, here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We'll be right back. And back here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting with the eNascar Outlaw League. What a finish we just had. And we're going to bring our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Gary Rogers, into the booth to talk to Charles and Josh. Gary, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy. How's it going?
Pretty good. I got Mr. Charles Teed and Josh Carter. Got a few questions for you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great job, Gary. That was an awesome run. I just watched your last lap in car, and holy smokes, that looked a lot like Days of Thunder. What was that like going through that last 2 corners?
Yeah, that was just, I think I was like 15th, and there was probably 3 wrecks in front of me, and I was just like dodging. It was absolutely insane. Definitely a lucky 3rd here for sure, but I'll take it.
Yeah. What was going through your mind there when we kept going through all these green white checkers? Every time we get a restart, we'd see somebody mess up and throw a caution again.
Yeah, I was just kind of hoping I had fresh tires, so I was trying to figure out who in front of us didn't have fresh tires, so I was just kind of figuring out what the best to go high, low, to try to get as many positions as possible. Thankfully, it's a lot easier on me to do that, but yeah, just kind of trying to get as many positions as possible is all I was really thinking about. So,
what was the track like tonight? What was it as you went through a run on a set of tires and then throughout the course of the race?
It was definitely the ARCA cars are notoriously tight, so especially we only had 3 sets of tires, so keeping track of the tires here and just kind of trying to save them as much as possible. But it definitely got real tight there, and that's why the fresh tires were so key at the end of the race. Most of the guys were saving it, so it wasn't too bad, but it definitely got tight out there.
That's awesome. The last thing I want to bring up was, as I watched that replay again, I have to give you credit because you stayed in the throttle as cars were just spinning all around you. It was that was some huevos rancheros. Good job, man.
Just kind of, if I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna go full speed and do it, right?
That's right. You can make it, Cole. It'll stick.
So now, Gary, anyone out there you'd like hello to, give a shout out to?
Oh yeah, just my teammates. Bob Ravel, unfortunately, got caught up in one of them. Finished the race, but my wife and daughter probably not watching it, but give a shout out to them for letting me come out here and race. So
awesome. Well, Gary, congratulations on that podium finish, and we will see you tomorrow night. Are you in the trucks?
I am not. I'll be on Wednesday though. Gotcha.
Well, we'll see you next Monday here on the ARCA series with eNascar Outlaw League. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for all you do.
Yes, sir. That's Gary Rogers, our second place finisher our third place, excuse me. In second, it's going to be, I just pulled Gary back up there. Let's put him back up. There's going to be Mr. Donald Scala. Donald, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Got a copy. How you doing?
Pretty good. I got Mr. Charles Teed and Mr. Josh Gardner here with a few questions for you about that crazy race.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process everything. That was insane. I don't even know what to say about that.
Donald, that last lap was unbelievable. I'm watching it live right now. It was almost like the seas parted at everywhere going. We were watching through the whole race, being the points leader, running in 10th, 11th, 8th, most of the race. You picked up 10 spots in the last 2 corners. How'd that happen?
I don't know. I just didn't lift. Saw them wrecking in front of me. I just went for it. You know what? It worked out. Just like last week, I got lucky, I guess. They just kept wrecking around me, and I drove through it.
That was unbelievable. There was one where there's literally no room. You, the wall, and another car. And
I had nowhere
you might have
to
been able
go.
to place a piece of cheese between you and the car.
I just held my breath on that one. I was hoping he didn't come into contact with me. That was a scary one. That got my heart racing.
I know my butt would have been clenching pretty hard.
There's nothing you could do at that point. You just gotta hold the wheel straight and hope you get through clean.
That's right. I was actually, as Charles was talking about it, I was watching it back and forth, and I'd get you all the way to the stripe and then rewind it and watch it again just to see how awesome that was from the inside car camera.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a drink after that one.
Yes, sir.
Trying to catch him.
You're in Vegas.
Drink. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, I took a gamble and it worked.
Well, Donald, before we let you go, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to or say hello to, sir?
Just gotta thank Chris Woodward for putting this all together. It's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting the rest of the season underway. It's been a lot of fun so far. Looking forward to next week.
Gotcha, sir. Well, congratulations. Second place finish tonight. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks.
And that's your second place finisher, Mr. Donald Scala. We're going to bring Brandon Browning up to the booth, our race winner. Brandon, it's Lee in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, brother.
All right, so I got Mr. Charles Teed and Mr. Josh Gardner in the booth with me this evening, and they got some questions for you after that just adrenaline-filled race.
All right, man.
Brandon, man, you were a rocket to start that race. Walk us through what happened there in the pits. What did you get a black flag? What happened there?
Yeah, the way iRacing works is you can either be so many mile an hour over before you get one, or you can stay a consistent mile an hour over before it black flags you. And I stayed at 51 mile an hour just too long, and I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to my teammates and wound up screwing myself, and I didn't think I'd have a shot to come back to it, man, but it just never gave up and kept giving it all we had.
Yeah, that was completely impressive. That's when we seen it happen, and I heard the driver chat going. I was like, oh no, it's like he's going to end up going back if this thing goes green. He might have a shot to try to run it back up, but with a limited set of tires, I mean, you know, what do? You run them all off, and then there at the end, you can't really do anything. You're just kind of trying to stay alive. But how did your whole run go through tonight? I noticed I was watching mainly the The track temp change, we started pretty high. Well, pretty high considering the night, or day, whichever one you really want to call it. But it went from like 104 to all the way, I think I seen it as low as like 87. I mean, it just unbelievably dropped. Did that help hurt? What that make the car do?
Really, it kind of made the car a little tighter once you got into the run, and I think that's where a lot of people struggled. I know as far as my run after that goes, ironically, big thank you. I know it's not the right thank you. Big thank you to Ken Zeems. Had he not spun around, I didn't stand a chance in this race. The last caution with like 20 to go or less than 10 to go, however long the last caution before the green light checkers. I actually, under that caution, ran completely out of fuel. Coasted at 20 mile an hour to my pit box and got 4 tires and fuel. So I put myself on an island pitting early, trying to gain spots back. And, as far as the drive, though, like I said, it just made cars tighter. And once your tires were 15, 20 laps in, there's nothing you could do. I mean, you were so tight that you were out of the throttle, which is kind of what a lot of these guys in the front fell victim to at the end. They just didn't have a set of tires to take. They didn't take a set of socket tires.
I got you. That was wild. That was a heck of a run. Way to come back from a black flag and to run out of fuel there late in the race. That's really impressive.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to drive the wheels off of it, and I actually restarted 11th on the final restart. I was just holding it wide open, man, just going for it. Big shout out to my teammate Kyle Spees. We're both part of the Speed Racing Network, so shout out to him making it easy on me when I got to second. Hate that I got another backup ball Henley there, but I was on 35 lap pressure tires. Had a huge run off the 2 anyways through the block. And I didn't want to spin them around. I tried to go back to the high side a bit. I just took back bumper. Again, shout out to the guys at Speed Racing Network that allow me to do this every week and continue to help make me better.
Awesome, Brandon. Well, thank you. Congratulations. My screen isn't long enough for me to see. Are you in the truck series?
I am in the truck series. I'm just my worst series so far. I missed Daytona, so I had a couple bad finishes there. So we'll be back tomorrow night. Again, one last shout out. Shout out to you guys at Freaky Fast. Thanks for all you guys do for us. You always put on a beautiful broadcast, and I'm sure I'll watch this one 6 or 7 more times this week.
Well, appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow night back here at Las Vegas.
Alrighty, fellas, looking forward to it. Maybe I know Jacob Bell's the one to watch there, so hopefully we can run somewhere close to him tomorrow. Gotcha.
Well, thank you so much. That's Brandon Browning, your race winner here tonight in the ARCAs at Las Vegas, as we get set to go through our finishing grid for this evening here on eNascar Outlaw League on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And Brandon Browning will come away with your victory. Donald Scala in second. Gary Rogers third. Johnny M will finish in fourth. Jeff Vickery in fifth. Preston Michael sixth. Ken Zeen seventh. Paul Henley eighth. Kyle Spees ninth. Stephen Ford 10th. Robert Warrens 11th. Russell Peets 12th. Robert Revel in 13th. Daryl Arnold in 14th. Tyler Phillips in 15th. Patrick Stein in 16th. Christopher Lawrence in 17th, and Devin Elward in 18th position. Going into 19th, Shane Ledoux. And 20th, Joaquin Meza. 21st, Matthew Bielek. 22nd, Dennis Warrens. 23rd, Chris Malcolm. And 24th, Jesse Nukella. So that will round out your finishing order here from Vegas. Tomorrow night, we will be back here at Vegas with the eNascar Outlaw League, as the trucks are what takes on this fine track next. We'd like to remind you that Freaky Fast Broadcasting is brought to you by the ButtKicker Gamer2. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer2 lets you feel every detail, from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10-powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air like traditional speakers, the Gamer2 provides an instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly in sync with every game with no additional software required. Check out the Gamer2 at ButtKicker.com. Use promo code FreakyFast20. That's Freaky with 2 E's. FreakyFast20 for 20% off your order of the Gamer2 at TheButtKicker.com. Also brought to you by AbruzzIUSA.com. That's Abruzzi, ABRUZZI, USA.com. Your wear, your way. Use promo code FreakyFast. That's FreakyFast with 2 E's again. FreakyFast for 20% off your order of $30 or more. Brought to you by Electronic Express and electronicexpress.com for all of your home furnishing needs. Just go check them out now. You can do it on your phone, electronicexpress.com. Also by iPitting and the iPitting board, you can find out more information at iPitting.com. And also, eNascar Outlaw League is proudly sponsored by BlackGate Security Agency. BlackGate Security Agency is veteran-owned and operated in Erie, Pennsylvania, offering the highest trained and skilled security professionals in the industry. Check them out at www.blackgatesecurity.com. And by Choice Inc. Choice Inc. is your answer for all of your custom apparel needs. Start your project today at www.choiceincct.com or give them a call at 860-554-1500. That's Choice Inc. Screen printing and embroidery. Fellas, we're going to pack it up, get set for tomorrow night. Luckily, we ain't got to leave Vegas, so we're just going to go down to our hotel room. We got to find a funnel cake before we leave. Go down to the hotel room and then be back here tomorrow night for the trucks here at Vegas. Charles, Josh, did you guys have fun tonight?
That was a blast. Thank you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was great. I love watching ARCA cars. They're awesome.
Yes, sir. And these guys know how to drive ARCAs the way they were meant to be driven, like our final lap. We'll see you tomorrow. Robert, you got anything, sir? I don't want to leave you out.
Nope, I'm good. We'll be here tomorrow night, 7:50, same old time. Thank everybody for tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. You know what to do to support the channel, and we do much appreciate it. But until tomorrow night, Josh, Charles, Lee, we'd like to say, God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.